if you're watching my video now, you should know that the software industry, a lot of the stocks has dropped a lot, right? 40%, 50%, right? So, which one are the opportunity? Is it really that software stocks are being replaced by AI, right? So this time in this video, I will share my highest conviction stock. Okay, so I rarely do this kind of topics for my YouTube channel. Yeah, so you better pay attention. Now, this stock that I want to share, okay, my personal opinion on this is this stock here. Yeah, and you can see it's already dropped 53%, which is a lot, right? It's definitely undervalued right now. Okay, so I will share why I personally like this company, and it's one of my highest conviction stocks in my portfolio. Yeah. So in this video, I will share why the price crashed. Okay, then I will go through with you guys the business overview, what are they doing, and then of course I will go through the stock valuation, and then I will dive deeper why this stock right now. Okay, so of course, because I'm sharing the stock, and I would like to give a disclaimer, everything I'm telling you here is not a recommendation to buy, sell, or even hold. And of course, in YouTube, I'm doing it for educational purposes and sharing my research and information to you. And after that, please do your own due diligence and then make your own decisions independently. Yeah. So my name is Daniel Lim from Better Investing Academy. I'm a stock investor just like you guys. And in BIA, our role is to help people build wealth safely and consistently from stocks. And I'm now leading a community of investors from both Singapore and also Malaysia. Now, why the price crashed? Okay, so the thing is this stock has dropped 53%, right? Okay, so this company is called Exxon Enterprise. Yeah, you may and may not heard this company before, but I think if among the companies that is a victim of this software apocalypse, I think this company is the one that is most immune from it. Okay, to be honest. Okay, so I will share with you why. Okay, so let's go through the business overview. When we go through the business overview, then you will get to see why I view this company as immune from this software apocalypse narrative, and then hopefully you understand deeper and you will build some confidence lah. Yeah. Okay. So let's go through the research journal. The research journal is, a place where BIA, the team, we go and put all of our research, all of our information about the stock, right, into a document. So when people say, please do your own due diligence, all right, so why not? Okay, BIA, we do the due diligence for you, and then we put all the information there. We make things easy for our members, okay, in our community. Now, this company here, for you guys to first understand, they are a law enforcement technology solution. Okay, meaning to say they provide things, whether physical and software for the law enforcement in the US. So Exxon, what they do, simple. They are most famous for their taser. I think now you know already. I think you all saw before this taser, right? They are the provider. And of course, beside that, they also have sensors, which is the camera, the body cams, the camera in the car. All right. And then lastly, they are growing fast. Okay, and most important one is their software. And I think right now you should know already, okay, because they got this software, then the narrative, they say software will replace anything, whatever. So that's why, I think this company is like a collateral damage, okay, from this narrative, and that's why the price has already dropped 50%. All right. So first of all, of course, is the taser gun. Okay, this one, they shoot the electrical bullets one, okay. So, and then what they do, and then the sensor, you can see their body cams, and of course the car camera. Now, this one, when you know this company providing all of these, you should know already they are not really, being disrupted by AI in a sense, because their product is physical. It's physical. So how can you say you are able to replace their service? Okay, because I think the market, okay, they are just targeting this software here. They do have softwares, okay, which is like, for example, Exxon Evidence. Okay, let me tell you how it works. So the most biggest one is Exxon Evidence. For example, they also sell a lot of these tasers, okay, to the law enforcement, okay, police and many other law enforcement agencies, right? And let's say, for example, they have these body cams. So whenever these people wear the body cam, they have to record videos, and then they have to upload to the cloud. They have to keep it as evidence. Okay, this is not just your simple, I record it through my phone and then I upload it to the cloud. No, because all of you are dealing with criminals, you're dealing with the law. So your everything you recorded is very important evidence, right? So that's why they have a lot of softwares. All right, they can keep records, okay, keep as an evidence, whether in software, in digital form, okay, or many other things. So these are all the things here. So this is what, in general, what Exxon is doing, okay, in the US. All right. Now, next, not this one, the customers. Now, so now that you know already this software narrative, they say that they will replace Exxon. I don't think it's that easy, okay, because they have physical products, and the physical product is tied to their software, and they cannot sell a la carte one, for example. Right? Because it's like, if you want to use my software, you have to use my physical products. Right? Exxon, not so easy. I want to use AI to replace your software. Can I just don't use your software, but I want to use your hardware? No lah. Okay, let's even assume the AI software can even replace or make the same a software platform like Exxon. Okay, now, so one another thing to how strong this company is because of their customers, and their customer, you can see, are governments. Now, let me tell you, you want to get contracts from governments. It's not easy. It's a very high barrier to entry. Okay, you need connections. Okay, you need to build trust. Okay, you need to achieve a certain level of quality, and this is a very high volume of barrier already. All right, and Exxon has spent 20 years. I repeat, 20 years building relationships. All right, to have these contracts with these governments here. Okay, so you can see they have customer relationship with 17,000 of the nation's 18,000 law enforcement agencies. Now you know how big they are right now. Okay, they also deal with the 1,200 biggest agencies, which accounts for 70 to 80% of US law enforcement officers. Now, when you read this, I think you roughly know already lah. They are kind of a monopoly already. That's why I like this company. Now, they are competitors, but the competitors are very, very small. Okay, the next very competitor is Motorola. And Motorola is the one providing the body cams, and it's a very small percentage. Right? So that's why I say Exxon is a monopoly right now. Okay, so these are the customers. Okay. Then of course, now that you know how strong their business already. Okay, and the next one I want to highlight to you guys is the competitive advantage. And you know why this narrative that AI will disrupt or replace Exxon, okay, is totally bullshit. Okay. Now, it's very simple. The first competitive advantage is this, is that it is the integration of its hardware and software products. Okay, because all of their hardware is integrated into their software, which created an ecosystem, okay, for them. So for example, how it works, okay, let me zoom in. So you see just how sticky it is, and it's not easy to just, you need to plug out or replace it with another one. Let's even assume you can even create another same or better software. It's very, very difficult. So for example here, let's say they captured evidence, okay, whether through a taser or through body cams, right? Okay, then whatever they need to do, okay, they copy it here. Okay, they copy and everything. Now, first is you need to keep it as evidence. Okay, and then of course you need to write a report, which Exxon already have an AI software right now that help them write reports that derive from the video. They can read the video and then produce the same report for them. Okay, then you need to keep it evidence. Okay, that you need to follow the legal system one. Okay, and to be able to use this product as evidence, you need to go through many hurdles to satisfy it. So that's why you can see that it links towards many other parties, and it has been verified and already like drop and stamp already. Okay, that the way you keep your evidence, okay, the way you produce your evidence, okay, is up to standard, it follows the law. Now you know there are a lot of many hurdles, right? Yeah. So everything here, okay, there's another software called Exxon Justice, where they can compile, all the necessary evidence that they need in order to prosecute criminals. Yeah. So this is how integrated it is. And now you know is how sticky, just how sticky the business is. Okay. So what they do, like I said, right, when they sell, they will land the customer using taser, Exxon body, Exxon fleet. Then they will need to collect evidence, okay, record videos and do paperwork and everything. Then they will then upsell them the software, the Exxon evidence to keep evidence, or even Exxon records to help them manage their paperwork and everything. Then if they say I need to prosecute a criminal, I will need another software called Exxon Justice here. So this is the business, okay, for Exxon, and why I think, okay, now you understand the business, now you know why it's very hard for this narrative AI disruption to even touch Exxon, because they have a hardware business, and soft AI cannot, okay, replace or even do another hardware. Okay, so this is the reason. Okay, business overview. Now you know already. Now, and of course, the next one is to show you the numbers. Yeah. Now, why I like this company is because this company has been consistently achieving high growth of more than 30% in revenue. So you can see this is the income statement. The income statement, you can see this gray color, this, I don't know what color you want to say, gray color or whatever. Okay, yeah. So it has been consistently growing. Okay, for the early part of the years, the later part of the years. The early part, okay, maybe a bit inconsistent because they are still very young. But as time goes on, as they are more and more established, you can see the growth has been consistently hitting 30%. And this 30% is from a very large base, so if this company is a compounder, 30%, you can see here. This is the revenue growth. Okay. And of course, the most a bit annoying thing is their operating profit. At first, they were profitable. Then suddenly you see here, suddenly there's a loss, right? Now, not for concern, because I know the business. Okay, let me tell you why. It's because they are doing a lot more share-based compensation. Okay, so why? Because they are now expanding. They are expanding. They are now also growing in Europe, and then they are now releasing new hardware. Last time was Taser 7. Now they are upgrading all of the law agencies with Taser 10. So right now, so they need manpower, and they need to reward to get the best talents Yeah, so this is the one okay, that makes the operating profit go back down a bit to losses Yeah, because of the share-based compensation. But the management is aware of this, and they will keep their share-based compensation in control. But nonetheless, this company is a compounder. They are able to consistently grow 30% for many, many quarters already. Even previously, you can see quite high growth, 20-30% here. Okay. Then the balance sheet, no worries. Balance sheet solid also. Yeah. Total asset way higher than the liabilities. Okay. And then they have a lot of cash also. So, current ratio 2.5 times. Okay. And then cash ratio 1.2 times. Yeah, because they have been keep on selling hardware. The moment they sell a lot, you think finish already? No, their hardware will get better. So each law agency will have to keep upgrading, and then of course they can sell it at a higher price, right? So it's always never ending one. They keep on selling hardware to all of the law agencies. Yeah. Okay. Next is what? This one. Yes. Okay. The operating cash flow. Cash positive company. Free cash flow positive company. You are not investing in a loss-making company. Okay. Now, then you may be concerned, okay, that the cash from operating activities and the free cash flow now here dropping, right? Again, you need to understand the reason, because they are now investing in a lot of inventories, right? Because they are now upgrading, okay, from Taser 7 to Taser 10. So they need to do a lot of investment to hold maybe a lot more inventories, right? So that's why currently right now this drop is not because the business is bad, but because they are doing investments. So no issue, everything. Okay, so the numbers are quite okay. All right, but the ones that I want to keep on taking note is their growth here. Yeah, it's a very consistent compounder because their hardware is selling, and then the software provides a consistent recurring revenue. Because if you remember this one, like for example this one their products and services, this one, right? Okay, here, this one so you see every time, every day, the law agencies, the police, right, they had to keep on record things, right? And the data video will always, every single day, is getting more and more. So they will have to keep on, okay, using their cloud, and then they will keep on expand their space. So they will have to pay more and more, right? So it's a very steady recurring revenue. Yeah. Okay. So this is about Exxon. Yeah, this is about Exxon, the business overview So that's why now you know already, all right, that for me, that this narrative, AI is able to replace, disrupt software companies. I don't think it holds I don't think it's quite true for Exxon, for me personally. Now that you know the business, right? Hardware, they have hardware already. It's totally irrelevant at all whether this AI was software or replace Exxon. Very difficult. And then the software itself is tied to the hardware. So it's not easy. Yeah. Okay. So how about the stock valuation? Now, that's why you see the price has dropped 50 plus percent, right? It's very rare for this company to go undervalued because how strong the business is, they are monopoly, and then they are a highly recurring revenue. All right. So right now, the current forward multiple is around 9 times. Okay. So based on our own conservative price to sales ratio, around 10 times, and the price is at 465. Okay. So, and then if let's say they go back to average, okay, it will be 650. So it is there's a potential. Okay, if let's say the conservative price to sales ratio is 10 times, okay, then there's a potential 15% upside. Okay, but of course, if it's on average price to sales ratio, there's a 60%. Okay, right. So why this stock right now? Why? It's very simple. Because of this quote here, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. But of course, when you are greedy, you must make sure you are greedy on the right stock and your thesis must be correct. Because when price drop, okay, that means you are going against the other of million investors out there. So don't be greedy by seeing the price. Be greedy when the market misunderstood your business. That is what I prefer to tell stock investors, because a lot of people, they see the price and then they blindly go and see the price. Oh, okay, then they go and buy it. What if you buy a wrong company and the fundamentals are really deteriorating? Okay, this is the first line. Then the next thing, the best thing that happens to us is when a great company gets into temporary trouble. We want to buy them when they are on the operating table. So normally it's that when price drop, there's an issue with the company, there's trouble with the company, and that's why the price drop. And you want to see and check whether the company has a chance to recover or not. So this is where you find undervalued opportunities. But the thing is this company here, I mean, the one I'm reading right now, so far, they are not on the operating table. They are still healthy. They are still walking around. They are still doing business as usual. But it's just that they are victim of this AI software narrative right now. So that's why I say this, for me, why I feel that this is my highest conviction stock. Yeah, they're not even on the operating table at all. Okay. Yeah. So at the end of the day, let me tell you my own personal view, the narrative is wrong, definitely. Okay. And they have severely misunderstood Exxon's business. And currently, right now, there's a very wide gap between the current price and the real value. Yeah. So right now, all right, if you agree with my thesis, okay, if you agree with what I'm talking here, all right, then investors can take advantage of the market, okay, for them being misunderstanding of your business, all right, and then you wait for the re-rating. When they finally realize, oh, they made the wrong decision, all right, the wrong view of your company. Oh, your company is still going better. Your company is not being disrupted. And then even get better by AI, because Exxon do really already implement AI onto their software businesses already to make it even better and more efficient for their customers, which is the government agencies, right? So you need to wait for the re-rating. Yeah, when will happen? I really do not know. We just need to be patient. Okay. The next other reason, is this chart over here. So I want to share with you what I'm seeing right now, okay, for Exxon. So the price has definitely dropped a lot. The EMA, okay, the EMA has break a lot of the lines already, even below the 200 EMA. So first, okay, that they are already dropped below the 200 EMA. And mostly you can see a lot of the price here. You can see all the arrows here. Mostly you can see, for example, they drop to the 50 EMA. You can see around, okay, this one, okay, this 50, the orange line, color line. All right, then they bounce already because the company is so strong. All right, so a slight drop, and then the market and the investors valued them very highly. All right, and that's why it start to rebound. But then, of course, because of this narrative, everyone got very, very fearful. Okay, to a point that even they dropped until to the 100 EMA even bounced. But of course, the AI narrative taken over, the fundamental of the company already, and then continue to drop and break the 200 EMA. So it's very, very cheap, in my own personal opinion. Then if you go into look at the momentum, okay, of the company, you can see it's all around the bottom already throughout the history. Yeah, you can see mostly in the bottom here, you can see all drop here and here. You see? So very all drop bottom. So I think, okay, in terms of the momentum drop, okay, it's around there. RSI is also the lowest in the history. You can see the last one they hit low is on this year 2022, which is the drop here. All right, but again, they are dropping around here already. Then, when you look at the price to sales ratio, it's of course below average, because so far you can see it's very difficult for Exxon, right, to hit under value one, because on average, right, you can see this red color line is around 15, and the market is always keep on valuing them around 20 to 31. But right now it's very rare, drop to 12 already lah. Yeah, so it's the same valuation that I showed earlier. If you see here, 15 here, and just now I showed you the red color line. Now it's 10. So that's why there's a potential here. Okay, so this is what I see lah. Okay, currently for this company here, Exxon. All right. So again, for transparency purposes, okay, I own 11% position of this Exxon in my portfolio lah. All right, and of course, we do all follow portfolio framework. Okay, so I have 11% position. All right. So let me reiterate. This is my own personal view, and I'm sharing all the information I have on this company. So please, okay, DYODD again. In case you don't know what is DYODD, do your own due diligence again. Confirm and see whether what I'm sharing here is right or not. All right. And at the end, please make your own decision. And the most important is continue follow up the stock. Many people never do this. All right, because now you are investing in a company where it has been bad sentiment, very bad sentiment on software stocks. All right, the stocks may continue to go down. Okay, maybe after this. Okay, I really do not know. And you must continue to follow up. Make sure that the company is continue to do very well. Okay, in case the price drops, you are not panicking. All right, so please, okay, I already reiterate, you must continue to follow up if you decide to be a shareholder of this company. Okay, so that's all from me, guys. All right, so I hope this video here, will provide a fresh perspective. All right, and see you again in my next video. And thanks for watching.